What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a little bit different to do with you today. It is not a grocery haul, but I am making macaroni and cheese. I know I already have stuff here in the pot or in my pan. I've already tried to record this, and for some reason I lost the footage, so here we go again. In this pot I put a half a stick of butter, and I took an onion and I grated that really fine, and I threw that in here, let it do its thing until it was translucent, and then I added I had maybe a third cup of flour in here and maybe like a teaspoon. So I added half of that, and I let that go for a couple of minutes just to get that raw flour taste out. And then I added about 4 cups of milk here, maybe a little bit more, 4 to 5 cups of milk. And that's what I have going here now. And all I'm really doing here is just making a roux to start my cheese sauce. And if you've made a roux before, you know you can add anything to it once it's done. A roux is just a very simple, basic white sauce. And now I have my noodles water going, so I'm going to drop my noodles in. I'm using medium shells for this. You can use whatever you'd like. So I'm going to drop that into my pan over here. There we go. And then I'm just going to take my spatula that I had in my sauce and use that to give these a little zhuzh so they don't stick. There we go. I'm going to let those hang out. And I'm going to go set a timer real quick, so I will be right back. Okay, we're back. So I set a timer. Those had to go in for about 8 to 12 minutes, so I just set it for 8 minutes because I'm going to put those in the oven as well, just to kind of bake the cheese and let it set up and get brown and bubbly. That's how I like it. You don't need to. Entirely up to you. And if you guys have any recipes that you would like to share down below of your mac and cheese and the way you make it, feel free to drop them down below. I would love to get some ideas and inspiration. That is, after all, what these videos are about, right? Okay, I have this bubbling and it's thickening up, which is exactly what we want. I don't know if you can tell. For some reason, it looks really blurry. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. I hope you can see it. But this is getting bubbly, and it's definitely getting thicker. Pulling away from the bottom of the pan a little bit. That's what we want. We're going to let this go a little bit longer. And I have my stove set at medium high. My stove isn't the greatest though, but I'm a renter, so I'm not about to replace it. But depending on how your stove works, I mean, if it works the way it should, you can usually go a little bit lower than I have, more toward medium than high, I would think. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Right there. All right. I'm going to let this go a little bit longer. Not too much longer. You don't want this super thick either because you're going to add cheese and that's definitely going to thicken it up. And I like cheese, so what I have here is whole milk. That's what I'm using, but you can use any milk that you want to use. You can use your 1%, 2%, whatever you would use to either drink or use for cereal. If you have dietary restrictions, you obviously want to go with that. But back here, I like my cheese, so I have some cream cheese right here. Somebody got into it, but that's okay. We're going to use it. Some sharp cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, and I have some mozzarella cheese back here with cream cheese. So, okay, now that this is nice and bubbly, I'm going to add my cream cheese, which is starting to melt on my stove. And I have my stove already turned on to 400 degrees for when I put it in the oven. So now I'm just going to stir in my cream cheese. And if you need more milk, feel free to add it at this point. I mean, I use 4 to 6 cups of milk. It depends on how much you're making. So just, I mean, eyeball it. Like I said, you don't want it too thick. And if it starts getting too thick, just add more milk. It's fairly simple. And I'm just breaking up our cream cheese here. I'm going to get that mixed in. I'm sorry if my hand was in the way. I don't have you guys on a tripod, and I probably should have put you on one. I'm sorry. So I got my hand getting in the way. I'm trying to see what I'm doing here and making sure I'm recording it right for you guys. You want to try and get this as smooth as possible. Now, obviously, I put onions in here, so mine's not going to be completely smooth, and that's okay. If you have like really picky eaters, if your kids are really picky, you can throw some onions in here, kind of, get a veggie in them. I know it's an onion, but it's still good. And for me, it gives it that little something extra, that little extra flavor that makes you kind of wonder, It's really good. It's the only way that I'll make mine now. But again, if you have any ideas or recipes down below for how you make yours, I would love to try some different recipes. That is, after all, what these videos are all about. Sharing ideas and recipes, right? I'm just trying to smooth out these cream cheese lumps here. Little by little. We're getting there. We're almost there. At this point, I'm going to add in, I'm going to move our milk first from our oven. I'm going to add in my bag of mozzarella. I have some mozzarella cheese here that has a little bit of Philadelphia, which is just going to make it even creamier. Yum. Get that all in there. Come on. There we go. And we're going to mix this in. I mix my cheeses, one at a time, just to make sure they get evenly mixed in. I hope I'm not making you guys motion sick from all the movement. I'm sorry. Next time I'm definitely going to put you guys on a tripod. Lesson learned. And we're just going to mix this in. And I'm probably going to have to add more milk, but we'll get there. Definitely no more flour. We're good. We're good on the flour. And if I didn't mention, I did put a half a stick of butter in here and 1 whole onion that I minced super fine. I know I mentioned the onion, but it was a medium onion. You can use whatever size you like. If you try this recipe and you like onions, you can always add more. Use a larger one or 2 medium or 3 small. It's up to you. This is looking amazing. Look at that cheese. Yum. I'm ready. Who's ready to eat? I definitely am. Giving my noodles a stir over here. Sorry. Okay, now I'm going to grab my sharp cheddar cheese. Sorry, it's right in the speaker. I'm sorry. All right, we're going to add that. Give this a good mix. Who else loves homemade mac and cheese? I absolutely love it. My daughter likes a creamier mac and cheese, so I usually just, I put my mac and cheese in the oven, but for hers, I won't. I'll take hers just straight from this after I mix it with the pasta, and I'll just give it to her like that, and then I'll bake it for my husband and I because that's how we like it. And then usually when it comes to leftovers, he'll take it to work, so we usually don't have leftovers around here for long. All right. Now for you, this is probably more than enough cheese, but I like cheese. And I like different kinds of cheese in my pasta, my mac and cheese. So I also have my Monterey Jack cheese. I didn't know if I was going to add it or not. I thought this might be cheesy enough, but is there really such a thing? I mean, if you love cheese like I do, is there really such a thing as too much cheese? For some, that's like too much chocolate. I mean, there's just no such thing. And these are 8-ounce packages, so I used 1.5 pounds of cheese. That's a lot, I know. And there's my timer for my noodles. My cheese sauce is almost done. I try and have this done around the same time, but not this time, I guess. So it's been a minute since I've been here with everybody. So how's everybody doing? End of summer is here. Kids are going back to school. My daughter is homeschooled and she's starting back on the 30th. I'm just moving my pasta off the burner until I can get it drained and thrown in here. And I probably should have made 2 boxes considering the amount of cheese that we have here. But you know what? I like it cheesy. Here we go. All right, and this cheese sauce is pretty much done. I mean, it's as smooth as it's going to get. Remember, I did put onions in here, so we're not going to have it completely smooth. Look at this. So good. I'm ready for dinner. Who else is? What are you guys having for dinner tonight? Let me know in the comments down below. What are your favorite homemade comfort foods, I guess, because this would be a comfort food. Mac and cheese, I mean, pretty comforting if you ask me. Okay, I'm going to come in with a little more milk to thin it out a little bit. There we go. And I'm just going to give this a mix in. So is everybody ready for their kids to go back to school? I'm sure all of you moms and dads can use a break. Like I said, my daughter's homeschooled, so she's going back on the 30th. And she goes through K-12, and I absolutely love, love, love K-12 because we did them last year for obvious reasons. I mean, COVID. But they're amazing. They sent out everything for her, and it's not tuition school, so you don't have to pay any kind of tuition. It's free for residents in Pennsylvania anyway, and I know other states. But they sent everything out, a laptop, a printer that we still have. We still have the printer. The laptop we had to send back, but they'll be sending her out a new one. They send all the books and the supplies. All you really have to worry about buying through with K-12 is pencils, so your kid can write. That's about it. All right, so now I have my pasta done. Our cheese sauce is done, so I'm going to drain our pasta and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have my pasta drained. I didn't drain all of it. There is a little bit of the pasta water in here because that's going to just add a little bit more flavor to it. And I added a little bit of salt just to bring out the flavors and pepper, obviously. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix this, and it's probably a little much cheese, but you know what? That is okay with me. Now, for those of you who make macaroni and cheese homemade, do you guys put like any kind of breadcrumbs on top? Because you could. You can have breadcrumbs, a little bit of butter on top maybe. Make the breadcrumbs like really crispy and brown. Or you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this before. My daughter likes creamy mac and cheese. So this is how she's going to get hers, because she likes it creamy. She's not crazy about it after it's baked. My husband and I happen to like it when it's baked though, so that's what I'm going to do for us. But she's going to get some of this as it is. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to throw it in a 9x13 pan, and I'm going to put it in a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes, let it get bubbly brown, and then it's time for us to eat. So I will be back when that is done. All right, everybody, here we are 20 minutes later. It's bubbling brown gooey mac and cheese. Yum, yum. Can't wait to dive in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you have your own mac and cheese recipes, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. I would love to try something different. I'm always up for that. And if you would like to see me cook anything else, let me know, because cooking in the kitchen is more fun when we can do it together, right? So leave them recipes down below, and I'd be more than happy to make them for you. I hope everybody has a great day, and if you have any other ideas as to what you would like to see, feel free to comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I would greatly appreciate that. And everybody have a great day or night. I'll see you again soon. Bye.